Good day, investors. My name is Lawrence, and thank you so much for watching this channel. A channel talks about investing in stock market and also talks about how you can be financially independent. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss on new uploads. Talking about subscribing. Actually, I was surprised to find that 80% of the viewers of this channel are not subscribed. I would like to ask you a favor if you can do a subscribe, because it is very, very important to me and also to other subscribers, because when we have many subscribers, my channel gets recommended, so it reaches to many audiences who want to learn about financial independence, want to learn about stock market. And also don't forget to hit the bell notification. Once I upload other videos, you'll easily be notified. If you're also a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Before I start from my topic, in a special way, I want to say Merry Christmas to Christian viewers, and also want to wish you a very Happy New Year 2025, to be a successful one, investing successful, and also financial successful year. So going back directly to the topic, today I'm going to be discussing in detail the worst performing stocks on NSE. Basically, NSE means Nairobi Securities Exchange, which is the East Africa's largest stock market and is based in Nairobi, Kenya. So let's go directly to the top 5 worst performing stocks. Before I dive into details, I want to first make a disclaimer. This is not advice to sell or buy the stocks, because I'm not in any way an investment advisor or a financial advisor. So if you're going to buy stock or sell stocks, you need to do your thorough research so that you're convinced what decision you're making is the correct one. So let's go directly. So number 5 worst performing stock, it is Nairobi Ventures Limited. Most of you might not be knowing about it, but if you're in Nairobi in Kenya, you might have seen maybe a business related to Nairobi Ventures Limited. Basically, some few years it used to deal in shoes. It used to have like departmental stores selling shoes and dubbed K shoes, but recently it got a new investors, and now they are dealing in mainly construction materials, cement, and other construction materials. So it came to our number 5 worst performing stock. So the way I calculated this, I got the opening price, which my day was 2nd January 2024, and got the closing price. The closing price was when I was recording, which is on 24th December. And so the way mathematically works, when you're calculating percentage increase or percentage decrease, you get the closing price, you subtract by the opening price, then you get the difference. So the difference that you get, you divide by the opening price, then you multiply by 100. So that's how you get the percentage increase or decrease. But for today, we are talking about the worst performing stocks, so which means it is a percentage decrease we are looking for. So if we get our calculator here, so if you get the opening, so we said closing price, which is 2.00, you subtract 2.4 0.6. That's, you get the price. That's how we get the price, the share difference. So if there is any dividend that it paid, this is part of the closing price. The share difference, because when you get a difference, it is addition to your capital, so you need to add it to the difference to increase or decrease. So we got the dividend. There's no dividend, so the total loss will still be the same as the price difference, so which is negative 0.46. So, and we said if we're going to get the performance, you get this 0.46, you divide by 2.46, then you get the negative 0.0186 when you multiply by 100. Then that's how I got my 18.70%. So basically I rounded up 6 to the nearest figure, which will be 18.7. So that's how I got the 18.76. So what do I have to say about this Nairobi Ventures? Personally, I'm not invested in it, and in the near future I'm not going to invest in it because I don't understand the way they do business. Basically, as I said, they recently changed the business, so they don't have a business, I can say business philosophy, or their fundamentals, they are not the best. So personally, I'm not saying it will not go up next year, but personally, I'm not investing it, and I'm not going to invest in the future. But as I said, this is my personal opinion. So if you have an opinion, definitely please put in the comments so that we can discuss more about this stock. So that is the negative 18.70. So let's go to another, the fourth worst performing stock. This is Sasini PLC. Sasini is actually an agribusiness company. At least this one, it has a philosophy. It deals with agricultural products, mainly has avocados, but it also does other business marketing, tea, coffee, macadamia nuts. So it has a lot of agricultural products it deals with. So, but it was also, it did not perform well this year, which is 2024, as the same strategy as I said. You get opening, closing, share difference. Share difference, basically you get the closing price minus opening price. Then you get the difference, which was negative 5. It paid the dividend, so that's why I say total gain. You get the negative 5 plus 0.5, which was the dividend. Then you get negative 4.50. Basically, if we get our calculator, which is here, so as I said, when you're calculating a percentage increase or percentage decrease, you get the closing price, you subtract from the opening price, the difference you get, you divide by the opening price, you multiply by 100. So that's what we did. So our difference was negative, which was 5. You just 5. Then negative 5 plus 0.5, we got 4.5, which was negative. So we can say, without going in details, 4.5 divided by, which is 20 times 100. Don't forget is negative, which we got negative 22.50. So what do I have to say about Sasini PLC? I can say most of the countries in Africa, agriculture is the backbone. However, I can say the way they do that, most of the agriculture are rain-fed, they don't have the the technology and also the conditions. So they don't have, I can say, the modern technology to avoid risks which are related to agriculture. Like, for example, this one deals with avocados, macadamia nuts, coffee, and tea. So if there's no market, mainly there is no the way they can preserve for a long time so that they can reduce like price fluctuations. So that's why I can say that agriculture companies, personally, I don't invest in agriculture companies. As I said, the technology is still low. For example, irrigation systems, for example, storage systems, and also when there is low market, the agricultural product suffers because, as I said, they cannot preserve the items for longer. So personally, I don't invest in agricultural products because of the reasons, but it's a good also company. I mean, it's a good area where you should look because people will still eat, people will eat. So I can say agriculture is futuristic industry. It will be there, it has been there, and it will always be there. But the question is, do companies benefit from this? Because it's not about actually investing in any business because it is profitable or what. The question is, as an investor, as the owner, do you benefit? Do they pay investors well? Are they not making losses? Are they making profits? So if the question is answered and also the company answers those questions, you should go ahead and buy that company. As I said once again, I'm not giving any advice to sell or to buy. Please do your thorough research before doing an investment, because investment does have a lot of risks related to them if you don't make your thorough research. So let's go to number 3. So the third worst performing company is Sanlam Kenya. So if you're not aware, Sanlam is an insurance company, and this is like a subsidiary of Sanlam South Africa, which is where it is headquartered. Sanlam Insurance is the largest insurance company in Africa the last time I checked. So it's a very, very big company, but being a big company doesn't mean it cannot make losses, or it doesn't mean that it's a good investment. So most of the insurance company, they are involved in investments, because the moment they get the premium, the subscriptions, what they do to grow that money, they do invest in it in most of the time risk-free investment. So you'll find them in money market funds, you'll find them in buying treasury bills, treasury bonds, so that they can grow that amount in case there is any insurance-related risks. They can pay without having any issues. So basically, like I previously said, you just have to get 1.4, I mean this 4.52 minus 6, we got this negative 1.48. It did not pay any dividend, so we got this 1.48 divided by this 6.0, and we got negative 24.70. What do I have to say about Sanlam Kenya? Insurance is one of the sectors that I don't understand well. So personally, I don't invest also in insurance companies because, as I said, one event in insurance can turn around the whole company. Because, for example, if it insures the airline or it insures the tracking, and for example an airline gets an accident, that is a huge loss to the company. So I don't normally like to invest in companies where one huge event affects all the financials of the company. But if you understand it, if you understand insurance, definitely, because insurance also will be there, has been there, and also will exist in a long term. So this is also an industry that is growing. For example, in East Africa, most of the people actually are not like taking insurance, but insurance is very, very important, very good. And I say this is also a growth area, but personally, as I said, I don't invest in insurance companies because I do not understand their business. I don't understand how they do business. But at the end of the day, what I know is one event can affect their financials, especially if there is a big event. So as I said, that is my say about Sanlam. I will remind you, if you're going to do any investment, please do your own research, thorough research. Investment is risky, but can tell you is truly rewarding if you do it in the correct way. So second, let's go to the second worst performing company, that is Standard Group. So Standard Group Kenya basically is also a media company. It has newspapers, it has TVs, it has radio station. I think the most popular television in Kenya, it's KTN. It's owned by Standard Group. I know they also own a radio station called Maisha. So they own television. They also have the newspaper. The last time I checked, it was actually the most distributed newspaper, the Standard Group. So this was the second. I was not surprised that it came to second, with the reasons I will be giving you. So definitely it's what we are going to do. Closing price minus opening price, we get the difference. They didn't pay dividend, so it got negative 2.79. Okay, we can do that. 2.79 divided by the opening price, which will be 7.74 times 100, which will be 36.5. I will round it up. 36.5, which was negative 36.05. Oh, what do I have to say about the Standard Group, Standard Media Group? Actually, if you followed my last video that I talked about the sectors or the industries or the companies that you should avoid to invest in, I talked about the declining industry, and one of the declining industries is media, both print and visual. That's the printing side, the newspapers, the TVs, and also the radios. This is one of the declining industry. I'm not saying it's not going to exist. It existed. It will exist in the near future. I believe it will still be existing. But in terms of profitability, because of the competing social medias, online, YouTube, Facebook, Streamline, a lot of media companies, online-based media companies are competing the traditional medias. So personally, I don't still think the traditional medias have a way out until they find out how they can diversify their finances so that they don't entirely depend on these traditional media. So personally, I'm not invested in, and also in the near future, I don't plan to invest in. As I said, this is one of the declining industries that people should be avoiding to invest in because of the reasons I've given. They are being outcompeted, and also these media companies, most of the time, I don't see anything they are doing better to improve this. They have tried to put also their channels online, but still they still depend on the largest amount of finance capital revenues. They still get them from these newspapers, TVs, and radio stations. So until their social media, their YouTubes, their Facebook, advertising, those ones start maybe taking more than 60% of their financial earnings, personally, I'm still out of these companies. As I said, please don't follow my advice. If you believe in these companies, if you feel you think they are better, please go ahead and invest. Investment is the way to go. But as I said, if you do it bad, definitely you're going to lose a lot of money. So finally, let's go to number one worst performing company. That is Nation Media Group. I'm sure most of you, or personally, I'm not surprised. I didn't expect Nation Media Group to be number one, but at least I expected one of the companies that are in declining industries to be on the top list. So, National Media Group is one of the popular actually group within East Africa because it has a lot of companies. For example, in Uganda, it has radios, it has TV, it has radios which are very popular. It has like KFM, which is very urban-based radio. It has NTV Uganda, so it has the Monitor. Those ones are very, very popular companies. In Uganda, also popular brands. In Kenya, definitely where it is based, which is the headquarters, it also has very, very popular. It has NTV, which is also a TV which is also very popular. It has the newspaper, the African Daily, which is also very popular, but it was the least performing among all the companies listed on Nairobi Securities Exchange. We did the same calculation. You can do it yourself. Now you know the formula, so I'm not going to go through this, but I'm going to be talking about Nation Media Group. I invested it in some time back when during COVID, because it reached around 9. Because when I did my calculations, I found out that actually it was good at that price. When it reached around 15, it bounced back to 15. I sold because I thought it was overvalued. National Media Group is one of the best run media or companies, but the problem with it, as I said, it was caught up with the competition of the the YouTube, the other social media group. So it is in the declining industries, and at the moment they haven't found a solution to improve their finances apart from still getting their finances, their revenues from the TV, from radio stations, from newspaper, which I can say in the next few years they will be completely outdated. So personally, it's the current price around 12 until I see that their revenues, more than 50% is not coming from the TV. Their revenues is not coming from the radio stations. That's when I start thinking about it. But for now, I'm out of it. I'm not going to be investing in any media group that has traditional radios, that has traditional TVs or newspaper, because I believe that is old generation. I'm not saying they are going to go out. They will keep going, but they need to look for the ways how they can cut losses, how they can also improve to make things better, modern, in order to compete with the first world generation now. So these are the 5 basically worst performing companies. I'm also compiling the best performers this year so that we compare which one we're going to do. So from these 5 companies, which one you didn't expect? Which one did you expect? Personally, I'm not surprised at the list of the companies, because most of the list of the companies, fortunately, I am not invested in any of them, because most of the companies, nature of them, I don't like them. Because please, if you haven't watched my video where I discussed the industries or the companies that you should not be investing in, one of these companies, most of these companies are here. But as I said, these companies can bounce back when they find a solution to how they can avoid like getting so traditional. If they can find a new way of online advertising, putting also digitizing their systems. I have seen like National Media Group, now they have the online subscribers. If you want to read a new vision, I mean in news, you can still subscribe to their monthly, and you can be able to read their digital papers. So basically, these were the 5 worst performing companies. If you have any question, if you have anything you want to add, please don't forget to comment. As I said, most of my viewers, 85% of the viewers are not subscribed, and I wish to ask you, if you have reached here and you're still viewing, to subscribe, and also hit that bell notification. Once I release another video, you'll be able to be notified. Have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas. Goodbye.